I recreate this scene only using 2 free software, and this is how I create it. With the end of One Punch Man Season 3, it's clear that we have the worst season and we are disappointed. So I recreate some scene like this Genos walking, Captain Mizuki jumping, and this zombie man sitting and smoking, of course. And now I want to recreate this entire scene of Tatsumaki versus Gyoro-gyoro scene, especially the action one. I will make the action look like MAPPA studio, and I will study the style. And the software I using is this Blender Grease Pencil and this DaVinci Resolve for the compositing. And yeah, but guys, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe so you can tell me if I want to create another scene. Upcoming video will be contain this scene or shot by shot of the action scene, and this first video I will recreate this specific scene of Tatsumaki flexing, and there is no complicated movement, but the details of the character need to be so clear. I want to create she move like brushing her hair, like so, it just like that. He's talking to Gyoro-gyoro. Yeah, for the Blender. If you want to study Blender, I suggest you to study the drawing first in the real paper. And why I suggest you to drawing in the real paper first? Because the Blender drawing engine, I feel it's really similar when you draw like in the paper. So I really like the feel of it, and you can do many things in the Blender. You cannot just do 3D, you can do 2D too. And if you want to create some action like Attack on Titan action, or you want to create 3D character and you want to make it 2D, and yeah, you can just make a Blender Grease Pencil and make the 3D character and just tracing the movement. It's very useful, guys, for the people like us in animator, and you no need to pay like $100 for Clip Studio Paint or Toon Boom Harmony, which software my studio use. And this is the free version of Toon Boom Harmony, I think. And yeah, as you can see, it's easy for me to get the clean up, because you can have this line tool and you can just bend the line, and voila, you can create some eye and some curve in the cloth so easy. And for layering, I'm separated the character layer and the hair layer, because easier for me to animate the cycle. And this one, I think, is just Blender get very useful in this one particular feature. Is if you want, when you create some drawing in the layer 1 and you create some drawing again, line drawing in the next layer, layer 2, and you want to color it, you just close the gap between layer 1 and layer 2 line, and you just color it. It will color. It's not like a software like a Flash or like a Toon Boom Harmony, when you should have full complete line art in the one layer and in the another layer. But Blender will connect these two layers and will make some color for you. it's just mind-blowing, guys. Blender can do anything. It's not just 3D. And this is the process when I'm cleaning the gap and make sure everything is not have some big gap. If you still missing some gap, Blender will provide you some feature like paint bucket tool, but the paint bucket tool can closing some gap is just like a little gap, but it's very useful. You can just scroll the mouse to adjust the where is the gap you want to close, and yeah, it's really useful. This free software, it's so overpowered, guys. Blender, I think, is the big deal for you if you want to start having some portfolio in animation. Start learn Blender. So yeah, it's the IP process, in between process. I'm using frame by frame style animation. I'm not twinning animation or auto IP animation or using AI. No, of course not. I'm just frame by frame it, and I just want to look it exactly like a anime. And yeah, I'm struggling a little bit for the proportion of the character, and yeah, I figure it out and make some adjustment in the hair. The hair of the character is very complicated, guys, so I spend more time animating hair in the separate layer, because if you want to separate layer in the Blender, it's really easy for you to maintain it, to adjust it. If you want to layer style the layer like a multiply style or the hard light like in the Photoshop, exactly, you can adjust it easily in the Blender. And now in the shading process, you can use the color like a blue or whatever you want to make the shading line. It's really similar when you look like a Genka. They're using this same shade line to have some shadow, and the Blender just make it easier. You can just make the line disappear when you drag the opacity of the line art, and it's very useful. And yeah, this is the Genka version of my scene. This is the coloring process I do with the paint bucket. It's really easy again when you coloring in the Blender, because the paint bucket tool is very optimized. You can close scene gap faster, better than another software. Oh yeah, when I separated the shadow layer and the base color layer, so I can adjust the color of the shading and the layer style of the shading. I'm using a multiply layer style, so you can see if I turn off the layer of shading, you cannot see the shading. So easier for me to edit everything in the base color. If you want, if I have a gap in the base color, I can just edit it, and yeah, this is pretty much it. And when the color's done, shading done, and this is the result of the coloring process and in-betweening process. And I throw it into DaVinci Resolve, give it some effect. I'm not a best compositor, guys, and it's just basic compositing I do with this scene. And yeah, I add stone, glowing effect, just make it more look like in the manga and the anime, and this is the result. So this is the comparison of my scene and the GC stuff scene. And yeah, I make it little bit wide shot. And if you like, guys, my version, you can just like and subscribe. And yeah, see you next video for this complete fight scene. Bye.